How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of TaroTherapy. My apologies. I am your host, the Sacred Black Sheep. And as I was shuffling one of these decks, actually be more specific with the deck just for me, the Ancestors card came out. So I feel like, maybe ancestors are communicating with me, considering I forgot that it's Juneteenth. Well, literally, it's like a minute left until Juneteenth is over, but the whole day was Juneteenth and the celebration of our ancestors, which became a national holiday too. So that is a progression and forward movement and, Black history and acknowledgement. What the hell happened to my light? How did that? Wait, what? So the light just I can't, how to? What's going on, y'all? I'm setting up right now. I was trying to have an aesthetic going on, but it wasn't working out. I was in the middle of recording, and then my flash done turned off because my phone was overheating. Just annoying. So, welcome to TaroTherapy. I am your host, the Sacred Black Sheep. And as I was shuffling, I guess with this deck right here, the Ancestors card came out. So I started pulling more oracles out. Well, actually, the next question was the next deck I ended up pulling from was the Soul's Truth. So with that on top of the Ancestors, it's do I believe I am worthy? So maybe that's something. So maybe your ancestors, or my ancestors at least, are trying to communicate to me, and it's more so asking me, am I worthy of to allow myself to communicate with them? Because I will say that earlier today, and it's funny because I didn't realize that until it's now over. Well, happy Father's Day at the time of this recording. As I was trying to set up, it was Juneteenth, but earlier that day, and I should have really made more plans to be involved in that day, but I was doing other things. I was in the middle of taking a shower, and as I was washing my arm, I ended up hearing something like in my ear, like as I was washing my arm. It was literally like my right arm specifically. I was washing my underarm, and as my head tilted, I ended up getting like a weird frequency, like somebody, like I caught something in my ear, and it wasn't like I had music playing from my watch or anything, because you can't even do nothing unless you got headphones in. But I don't even wear headphones in the shower, so it's just like that was just strange. So I was like, maybe that was like some type of frequency that I'm tapping into, or a gift that's allowing me to tap into my ancestors. The fact that it happened on Juneteenth, out of all the days to celebrate our ancestors, I just thought that was and it's funny how I talk about water, and we got the aquamarine dragon from Neptune, enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom, and water is all about the emotions as well. But it says, spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Oh, wow. So I guess it's more so in line with, getting in touch with your ancestors, or my ancestors. And as we talk about that, right, I have a book over here called The Sacred Tarot, and with that I have the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot. I'm literally trying to learn more about my ancestors, or at least a little bit of background of Yeah, our ancestors. What we're told about Egypt and Moses and all that. But I have two other oracle decks here. It's the Dream Journals Oracle, and then I have the Sacred Rebels deck. I just move everything over instead of just trying to move the camera, right? That would make sense. Oh, the space and opportunity, bro. Oh, but at the bottom of the deck, X marks the spot. But I haven't shuffled out, I just pulled them out. Inner trust. So yeah, that could be the signs right there on trusting, on connecting with your ancestors, inner trust. And then the song, because I'm also listening to music. I guess someone you loved is playing. So that could be an ancestor that you know that's trying to reach out to you. Oh, and the artist is what's his name? Louis Capaldi. I mean, the song in general, you know, it's the reference about a girl that he loved that just like kind of like ghosted him in some way, shape, or form. But you know, the title itself is someone you loved, so it's a past tense. So it's someone no longer with you as we talk about our ancestors. If anybody is watching this, you know, whether you are a woman or a man, King of Pentacles is a man here, but that could be, you know, representation of masculine energy, but you could be an earth sign as well. High Priestess here is someone who is intuitive. She feels what she knows. It could be someone, because there's a woman here with a child, and then we also have the Amazon of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So it could be someone's mother that passed over, or feminine, or maybe it has. But again, it's I guess someone who left the money. Oh, true. Oh shit. This could be. Wow. Maybe it's the reason why I needed to record this. Because maybe it's your ancestors that's getting in contact with you, or at least or there's an ancestor that's in getting contact with me. I don't know if it's mine or whoever is watching this, or maybe it could unlock, you know, others. But this could be. I feel like it's more so it's like grounding yourself. There's a lot of earth here. It's about the money. Eight of Pentacles, High Priestess, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. This could be like some type of manifestation if you just learn to be more and connect with your ancestors. And that's what the soul truth is asking you. Do you believe you're worthy to contact your ancestors to help you unlock what it is that you did to help you move forward, to help us move forward. Shit. X marks the spot. Inner trust, right? How I was going to set this up, I was going to use this deck first, because again, these have a lot of words on them. So this kind of can tell the actual story, while these can paint the picture themselves, right? So, oh shit, look at me jumping ahead, didn't even get the other two oracles out. So with the dream journal, dreams journey oracle, right? What messages? Where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Divine discernment. Step back and find clarity. Shit, maybe this is a fucking how to manifest a... oh shit. Forgive me. Also too, it's the perfect time to maybe develop some type of prayer. Now, it doesn't have to be very traditional Our Father who art in heaven type, you know, but, you know, just have something to use in as a way to set your intentions to your ancestors. You know, I have this stone and I just like, I forgot what that was. It's a little, it needs to be clean, but maybe for all of you crystal enthusiasts out there that might understand. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, so the song name right now is Dare. So yeah. Music is another thing that kind of, well, clairaudiency is a gift that I'm learning to use. It's something that I didn't realize until I've got in contact with the illustrator of this deck right here. Well, not in contact as far as being guided to her in her journey as far as this spiritual awakening. She's definitely helped me a lot as far as understanding that there are gifts out there other than just, you know, people who can really have like this intuition about reading cards. You know, there's other ways to read cards as well. So, and she's a reader that's showing me how to use my clairaudiency to read cards. So I like to thank her again, once again, for creating this deck. You know, her name is Goddess Queen Just Me 23 on YouTube, and you can find her on all social media platforms as well. But yeah, and she also talks about a lot of things that is in reference to like religion, as far as like how we're supposed to learn things. How Christianity is like literally a pagan religion. It was used to manipulate us, to make us forget where we actually come from and what we learned from our ancestors over there. So the two cards that fell out are Receiving and She Feels, She Knows. Once again, High Priestess showing up again in the reading. And again, Receiving, that sounds like the Empress as well, you know? And it seems like it's in reference to this day where you are. So I'm gonna leave both of those there. I'm not gonna read them, but you know, I think they're self-explanatory. The word wants to be written. So it's definitely something with the butterflies there. It's like some type of third eye chakra, maybe awakening. Again, I'm pulling from these cards, so who knows, that DNA activation or the spiritual ascension might come out again, or it might come out. you know. The song that's playing right now is Doing It to Death by James Brown, the legend himself. I feel like he was a Virgo too as well. He was definitely the king of soul, right? As we get into this, maybe one of your ancestors could be James Brown. Shit, maybe you sit back and really kind of tap into it. You may find out some shit and what your ancestors are gonna unlock to you. Because again, as I'm learning, I'm just slowly learning things, and I'm getting like subtle nudges to the Bible about my at least where I'm coming from, or at least how I'm being connected. And so far, it's been Moses that stood out, and the story of Moses and Ramesses, and the story of Jacob and Esau. So I feel like at least in 2 lifetimes, that's right there that I can recall. And the person who is Ramesses or is Esau, it's still up for debate. You know, I haven't really communicated with that person who who my soul is connected to about everything on how I'm learning. But we'll see. You know, soon enough. Let's see. What's the messages? Oh, get your sage. That's what fell out. I kind of saged already, but I'm gonna listen to the cards. It says, cleanse your space, cleanse your sacred space, car, house, crystals, body, sage it down. I'm about to blow your phone. Call, text, emails, communication arrives. Can we just talk? Oh wow. So maybe the moment you sage wherever you're at, it might happen, or at least that's going to be the as soon as you sage, and then your phone, so you get like a message or something like that. That's going to be confirmation that it's slowly working, you know. And again, it all depends on, I guess whatever you're working on, as far as to get in contact with them. And I think that I was saging when I played the video, or when I started the recording. But we're gonna do it again for safe measures. Also, I was talking about a prayer too. I'm thinking about creating like a prayer. Or at least trying to like find like a bunch of prayers and then like incorporate it into like one big prayer. Because I wanted to pull from different religions and prayers and stuff like that, and see which ones would best represent, you know, me, or the people that's watching, the collective, I guess you could say. I don't want to put too much emphasis, but again, if I'm guided to put messages out here, so there's a group of people, maybe a handful, don't even have to be a lot, you know, who knows, but I don't even know where I was getting with that, but yeah. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb because I'm recording right now, so, but I just wanted to sage again just to, you know, for y'all who aren't unable to, you know, I did it for y'all. You know, it's a lot of cards that fell out. And because I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, that's funny. I have I'm sorry, TikTok, child distractions, and twin ray union. So the I'm sorry, regret, disappointed, despair, apologetic, please forgive me. So somebody who's about to blow your phone up after you done saged, they feel like their time is running out. maybe because of the kid that they was distracting themselves with. But they realize now that they are a twin ray, so they about to sacrifice themselves in whatever situation to be with you, to maybe help you. It's an ancestor though, right? Oh, karmic family and friends doesn't have good intentions, hidden by the veil of labels, trauma, pains, limited beliefs. So this is people. Oh, you're clearly a karmic family. So it's someone in your midst that you need to cleanse yourself away from. Obviously, clearly, it's someone claiming to be a twin ray. Apparently, karmic family though. So it's probably maybe either your twin ray is connected to a karmic family, but it's ancestors though. You're in receiving, but you know, Black Widow. A karmic person from the past from past life that is hidden by the veil. Where we just reading that from? Oh, that's funny, because here we go again with the karmic families right under I'm sorry. Hidden by the veil of labels. Black Widow. So you have a Black Widow amongst your... Wow. A Black Widow usually can just... Oh yeah, well let's go. Hidden by the veil. Family and karmic soulmates. Blood contracts. Hard to break cords. So this is literally like your blood family that's getting in the way of your inheritance, basically. And your ancestors are really trying to get in contact with you to let you know that. Wow. And it's so funny because like this song that I'm playing, it's James Brown doing it to death. This is a long ass song, so like most likely they have been working Eight of Pentacles here long and hard to get you to tap into your intuition. Wow. High Priestess twice. She feels what she knows. Oh, wow. And you know what? I have to be completely honest with you, all right? So during my time down south, I was getting these strange noises. Like, I'm just laying in bed, right? And this happened while I'm down south. So this is still in, I guess, me in a transition. So like right now, as I explained in one of my videos, like I'm basically homeless. Like right now I'm in a transitional housing, which is supposed to like help me find my own spot, but I'm trying to not finesse in a way of like doing things the right way, but like, you know, doing it in a way where I'm not lying about anything. You know, I am being honest about my living situation, but I'm not about to sit here and pretend to be crazy or act like I'm on drugs just to get things just to settle. Like, no, I'm just a certain way that I have to do things, and you know, I just gotta abide by it. But what I was getting at, shit, this happens when you talk too much. Oh, but down south, right? So, cause I thought I was gonna be down there, like living there. So, but I'm still trying to figure it out just day by day. But I'm also still learning how to just, you know, I'm studying tarot at the same time. But in this process, right, and while I'm down there, I'm just getting these weird feelings about another person who I'm solely tied to, or another soulmate, put it like that. It's the Leo. I'd be getting these really strong feelings that he's contacting me spiritually, that he's locked up, or you know, and he's really trying to get in contact with me. And strangely enough, I'd be getting this fake profile from time to time under like so many different people that I follow, but I don't really communicate with, but they talk to me like they know me. Like they've said things like, oh, I love you and forever and stuff like that, and I'm just like, well, you the way you're talking to me is you gotta be somebody I know. And I feel like it's only two people that would talk to me like that, but I wouldn't put it past the Leo though to say that, and I'd be a fool to think that the Aquarius would do that. So even though, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They both, because I mean, if the Aquarius is not communicating, he would use a fake profile to talk to me, but that'd be weird because I'd be trying to communicate with you on social media anyway. But it's like, so I wouldn't think that was him. But again, like, it's all about how I feel, and it's more so learning how to trust my intuition, and that's another thing that I'm learning. King of Pentacles is here. I'm still trying to figure it out. Well, that's the bottom of the deck. I ain't pulled yet. I'm just slowly going into things. But one of the things that I'm getting at is, right. It's funny because the song that's playing right now is Atlantis by fucking Azalea Banks. So yeah. As I'm like laying there, right, I just be getting these weird noises. Like I hear like the ocean. I just be sitting there and I'm laying there and I'm like, why do I hear the ocean? And it's not like the actual like waves of it, but it's more like if you picked up like a seashell, and it's like that saying. It's like you picked up a seashell, and you can hear the ocean. It's that kind of noise. And it's weird because I just be sitting there and I don't be thinking of it until I really pay attention to it. And I'm like, well, why do I hear this? And it's just like, well, maybe that's another sign of me being connected with Atlantis and stuff like that. I be getting these weird kind of inklings and stuff like that I could be potentially one of the Atlanteans as well. It's just a lot. It's a theory. It's just this, especially how I feel my life is going. Well, not now, but just before. I always felt like it's just I'm drowning, right? So like if my life, I feel like I'm drowning my entire life, right? There's only one thing to let's do is, I guess, learn how to swim. And if you already are down enough in the water to know that you can't even see light, why not just go further down and see what is down there if I'm being pulled down there anyway? So it's just like, well, let's go deep sea diving. And if you go on my IG, one of my little, what is those little stories on the actual my page, I think that's like one of the things that I've put. I'm not gonna ride the wave when I can just go deep sea diving, And I think that's the whole spiritual ascension for me, was just like never really fitting in with the crowd. I always was the black sheep in my family everywhere I go. I never felt fit in anywhere. Even in my group of friends, I was just like, not really there, but there at the same time. So even just recently, I'm just like, I'm still coming into terms of being on my own. Not really coming into terms, because I'm used to being on my own. Like, I'm actually like embracing it more. It's just like now, it's more so in the business aspect of me being on my own. I've been so adamant on trying to work with people for a business that I really haven't worked on my own business. I have skills, but I haven't really put them to use to say that I have a business of my own. So I think here we are now. But again, I'd be on a tangent, and we're 27 minutes in. Black Widow. So again, again, it could be a Black Widow that is in the way of your inheritance, or they may know something. Well, she's a Black Widow, so she knows something clearly, and that's why she's there anyway, to infiltrate. And that's what they're trying to contact with me. We'll pull cards out later on who that Black Widow is. As I split the deck, block, and the hammer. Ooh. Oh wow, I'm listening to Nicki Minaj right now, Sagittarius. This is the Barbie Dreams. But it's funny. It's the hammer and block, but she's talking about how she's fucking these niggas, but not really. I'm just playing, but I'm saying. Huh. Oh, wow. The Black Widow. She fucked you and played you. She fucked you and blocked you. So it most likely had to been like a King of Pentacles. So somebody, oh wow. Oh, somebody could have also potentially, somebody could have had a baby to get inheritance as well. As a karmic person here with the sage ancestors, it's gratitude. Be grateful for all that you're blessed with. Do I believe I am worthy? But this Black Widow, hammer, mask off. Root chakra. Uh-oh. Foundation, roots, home, survival, security. I am grounded and stable. So it could be definitely somebody from your home. Yeah, most likely the mother or the wife, baby mom. It's that type. You know, it's somebody who's able to uproot, infiltrate, you know, to really break in. So if because again, like the high priestess is here, she's out here twice. So again, there could be two high priestesses here, and one of them is a Black Widow. You know, she's using her intuition for the wrongdoings though. That's why it's time for you to tap in, use your discernment, start to receive, so you can understand what the fuck is going on. And it's funny because now Chun-Li is playing right after that. So now this is you coming in with your fire. Now she's trying to be friends like I forgot. They don't like you. My friends and family don't want me with you. I'm confused and hurt. So yeah, it could be somebody in your family really trying to keep you away from the bad. Trying to make you the bad guy, Chun-Li, right? Diet change, marry me. You can have whatever you like. But somebody, a King of Pentacles, it's time for a diet change. Cinderella, she about to put her fucking combat boots on. You are meant to shine. Karmic family, friends, heart chakra, come on now. We're gonna leave it just like that. Get your sage, unlock that heart chakra. That's Sakura. Oh shit, exactly. Wasn't Sakura? She was with what's his name? Sakura was with Sasuke. That's karmic family and friends. Look at that, Black Widow. You were meant to shine. Roots, exactly. To infiltrate, to stop you from shining. Get in your bag. About to blow your phone. And make me the bad guy, Chun-Li. Should I pull one more? What's at the top of the deck? Twin Ray Union. That's what it is. That's what it is. It has everything to do with somebody giving up their position. Somebody sacrificed themselves, and now they're bitter. So now they're trying to get at you. I'm gonna do two more. We're gonna do 2, 4, 2, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 2, 6, 8. Personal boundaries, hammer. Oh wow. Personal boundaries in the hammer. Somebody's lying on your dick. Oh shit, receipts. Somebody's lying on your dick. Or somebody's going to try to. Or try to say that you slept with them. Or somebody, or maybe there's evidence somebody plotted to sleep with you to get money from you. Desiree is playing now by Blood Orange. You know what's so crazy? This song is literally about, like, well, the dialogue that he uses is from Paris is Burning, and it's more so specifically about a trans woman. I forgot her name. Oh, God rest her soul. But she talks about how because basically she's a prostitute. So she's explaining how it's not really prostitution what she does, considering what women have to do to please a man anyway, to get what he wants in order for her to get what she wants. You know, it literally is what she's explained. You know, if a woman is married and she wants to get the washer and dryer set, right? She's going to have to sleep with him to get that. So why should you... Actually, I'm gonna play it. It's playing right now.
A regular woman is married to her husband, and she wants him to buy her a washer and dryer set. In order for him to buy that, I'm sure she'd have to go to bed with him anyway to give him what he wants, for her to get what she wants. So, in the long run, it all ends up the same way.
So somebody's probably out here saying that you're a prostitute, bro, or sis. I feel that though, and that's probably why I do what I do. I'm very just nonchalant. Like, I mean, I'm not out here fucking for money, and it's been a while since I had sex anyway. But you know, you kind of end up doing some things that are just unorthodox, especially in public, knowing damn well people are going to see you do it. But who knows? But a high priestess knows, and that's why she feels what she knows. But I guess the next deck I want to pull from would be the Starman. Oh, actually, we didn't even pull from the Native American deck, so we'll do it from there. Actually, yes, that's perfect. The song playing now is Unwritten, as I pick up the Native American deck. So again, and that's funny, and I think that's another reference. That's why I picked out this deck. When this Ancestors popped out, I'm just like, well, maybe I should pull out the Native American deck, because this is another reason why I end up buying this deck anyway. Because, you know, I'm just trying to learn about, you know, certain ancestors, you know, from my, you know, family. At least from my grandma's side, I know that she's got some native blood in her. As I part the deck is the Empress there. The Empress there with her mother. Or it could be her grandmother. But you know, the Empress is also somebody, again, when I was talking about receiving, you know, she's receiving information, I guess, from her, or learning how to become a woman. But you know, Ten of Pentacles, that family, home situation. Grandma could be getting in contact with you from your ancestors. And I was saying that earlier too with that High Priestess, you know. I was saying a mother, but it could have been a grandmother as well, you know. So with this deck, Star, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, I'm sorry, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles is still at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups, and a Two of Wands. I'm gonna leave it just like that. I wanted to pull one, but these two came out, and I'm gonna put it just like that because the way I read this Two of Wands is literally like my mask card. There's a mask card in here, like mask off, but literally this is like 3 masks, right? Like, you know, 3 faces or masks with this Queen of Cups. So there could be 3 men. Personal boundaries with this Queen of Cups. Or maybe she's disguising, she's hiding something. Oh, wow. Ooh, wow. Intimacy, sex, hooking up, wang wang. Why am I pulling more cards? Maybe that's what I need to. Oh, because God wants to come out. And I'm gonna leave that right up here. Because that's not even a major arcana. Like, that's above major arcana in this deck. Strength card. Personal boundaries. Alright, well, strength card here. Oh, but yeah, literally, Father Sky is the God card. It's literally God coming through and it's coming through. Because there's another card in here called Mother Earth. So you do have, you know, the father and the mother here. But Daddy wants to come out today and have a talk. So get your sage, heart chakra. We have the star here from the Native American deck. As you can see, there's an arrow in her heart. We talk about the heart chakra, love, affection, compassion, unity, emotions. I am worthy of love. Get your sage. You need to unlock your heart chakra. Your heart chakra it's what needs to be cleansed, or your stones in reference to your heart chakra. But it's definitely something that you need to work in your heart. Heal your heart. Star card is all about healing anyway, especially. You know, with this manifestation, you're not working in your heart at all. And I think that's what the problem is with the strength card there. Juicy is playing by Biggie or Notorious B.I.G. You know, another ancestor, you know, you can say. You know very well who you are. Come on now. And if you don't know, now you know. Black Widow. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is traditionally stress, worried, and have anxieties. But with this Native American deck, though, it's a little bit different. So from what we're looking at, before I even get into the actual book description of it, we have 3 women here, which looks like they're surrounded or they're being protected by this bird or figure or something like that. It looks like they're being protected or watched over or something. And it looks like there's like a whip laying across, or that could be the tail, I don't know. It's like this creature here that's just like hovering behind them, whether or not they know it's there or not, but it's 3 women here. And it's on top of this, oh shit, if it's on top of this karmic family, right? This karmic family and friends doesn't have good intentions, hidden by the veil of labels, trauma, pains, limited beliefs. Black Widow. So there's a black widow working with 3 women that she thinks that she's got whipped, right? However, God sees all. And you know, if I'm putting myself in this situation, right? Because I've been kind of going on this journey, right? And it's funny. Oh wow, it's this not an if. This is God, literally. My ancestors are speaking to me about birthright and stuff like that, and my inheritance and who I really am. Wow, King of Pentacles. Shit. And it's funny is this also looks like a DNA activation a little bit. How like these pentacles are surrounding him. 7 of Swords. Seven of Swords with the Page of Wands. I don't know. Somebody might be somebody about to be kicking names and taking ass. What is that? Guardians of the Galaxy style, right? But I've been really trying to figure it out, like just my birthright, inheritance and stuff like that. Not even just for the sake of money, but for the sake of property and generational wealth. You know, we sit here and we talk about our ancestors and what they sat here and they fought for and shit like that, and it's just like, well, okay, so what did they leave us? Right? And I'm not saying that as in, again, like the money aspect. I'm looking at it as far as like the property, the land. Like, where's my home at? Like, where's my 40 acres and a mule? That, you know, shit. Well, yeah, 40 acres and a mule, because that's money. I mean, that's not money, that's land and an animal for transportation. And that's all I need, you know? Gives me point A to point B. I don't even need the mule. I got me a little electric bike. Shit. But, you know, there's a woman here, or there's a black widow here, or karmic person from the past life that's here now who's trying to fuck shit up. It's funny because I think the thing about it is where you were born at. You were born into a karmic family. That's what it was. Or you were raised in a karmic family. Put it like this: you were born, but it's something about your bloodline. See, the women are here, so it has everything to do with your father, and that's why literally Father Sky is here trying to, with your ancestors. So this is God as well as your ancestors. He's really like communicating with us about this. And if we really want to talk about it, right, over here, you see I have the Angel Tarot, the Philly Tarot, and the Moon Crystal Tarot. But I'm more so getting at the Angel Tarot. Angels are all about messengers, right? If we really want to be, I guess, more political or like if we want to speak logistics, I guess, of it, like I wouldn't say like full on proof, but I guess what is written, I guess the word wants to be written, right? So if we're going about titles, names, labels, right? So my family's last name, my dad's family's last name, so I don't even have it, but I look like him. So there's that, right? So it's not even about the name itself, it's about your blood anyway. How about that? But their last name, his last name, is Abraham. You know, that's a very big name in the Bible, considering they also are they were raised in the South, for one. And his parents, my dad's parents, my grandparents, they were pastors of their own church for a very long time until they literally just last year sold the church. You know, when we talk about, you know, being called to things and stuff like that, it's it's really, because I'm like, I'm about to go into another tangent, and I'm like, I really want to still to stay on topic, but what time is it? It's 12:40, 12:56. Because 3:40, 2:45, 3:45 is on right now by Shanti. 2:35. Look at me. I can't even. But yeah. But I just be feeling like my mom. Oh yeah. So his right, Abraham. His name is Angelo, and you know, Angelo is just an Italian word for angel, of the Italian version, Italian iteration, translation, there we go, for angel, which is a messenger. So I just feel like, you know, and my mom's name is Bridget. So when I'm looking at names, I'm looking at the name Angel, I'm looking at the word bridge. So I'm looking at an angel used the bridge to get through to Earth. Now, mind you, my dad is here, clearly. My mom is a human, so it's just like, you know, but I'm here. I don't have his last name, but I look like him. So maybe I came here to do the job that he was supposed to do, that he didn't do because he got caught up in all the karmic families. You know? That's what I was really trying to get at. But Ten of Wands, as I talked about, well, in a Ten of Wands in traditional tarot is about burdens and dealing with the burdens. How are you going to deal with those burdens with this root chakra, right? It's all about the home. It's funny. And again, like, you were born, it's like you were born in a karmic family. So you're literally, you're just going to deal with a whole bunch of shit growing up. And it started from, literally, from your home. But, and that's probably why everything has been starting from the home. And you knew that for a very long time. At least I knew that for a very long time. And when I say a very long time, like from child, like I was very young. Very, very young. And you learn that, yo, it don't make no damn sense for me to be going through this at a very young age. There's got to be more than this. There's something up, because like I ain't signed up for this. And sure enough, you did. You just, you know, you wasn't supposed to understand certain things at a young age, but you know, yeah, you kind of had to grow, you know, and learn. But the thing about it is, right? Personal boundaries, Queen of Cups, Hammer, Two of Wands. Hammer clearly is sex. Two of Wands, Two of Wands, Two of Wands, to me, is about control, power, dominance. I know in a Hermetic deck, it's literally, they have it described as the Lord of Dominance, but the Two of Wands, I guess in traditional tarot, they say is, what is that? Is your ships coming in? Yeah, because the Three of Wands is waiting. So if the Three of Wands is waiting, the Two of Wands is the ships coming in. But, haha. Right? So if it's the Mass, Queen of Pentacles, right? I mean, Queen of Cups. That's Queen of Cups. Well, there's a bear there, right? I want to say that's Scorpio, only because of the bear. The bear is like, of course, the mother. She's very, like, mother bear. You know, she's very nurturing. Personal boundaries, you know, protective, nurturing, loving, but she can really be, can really get aggressive on you if you overstep her boundaries. And that's probably what it was. He probably, well, yeah, he kind of really like he respected her, I guess, but it was something about the hammer being used. She was using him. Yeah, she basically did use him. Because again, like, because how I was born was weird, you know, like, they got married, had me, and then I'm born and you're divorced now? Like, what? That don't make any sense. So I just feel like, you know, somebody was used to get inheritance, and most likely that could be my mom. Cause just it's weird, you know, certain things. It's crazy how I one time, right? Because I'm as I'm learning about my spirituality, right, and getting in contact and learning how to deal with cards and really seeing if, like, I'm worthy enough of talking with my ancestors without me thinking I'm the fuck crazy and I have to jump out the damn window. You know, it's like, it's just certain things that I'm trying to slowly ease my way into because of my background on how I was raised in religion, even though it wasn't a proper way to fucking begin with, and dealing with my sexuality on top of that. It's just like, Ten of Wands, them burdens, right? But personal boundaries, right? Let me tell you how this woman has no personal boundaries for me whatsoever. But it's a control thing. Two of Wands, that's the mask. Like, she's a control freak. And honestly, though, they work out of masculine energy. I'm going to say that right there. Right, yeah. They work out of masculine energy. And that's why this strength is here. Because the one thing about them is they are, with this bear, vicious. You ever see a bear? I don't think that, like, even if you saw one, you're not going to be like, oh my god, it's a bear. Like, you're probably going to be scared shitless. Like, I mean, and it's not even that, like, it's going to attack you, but it's just on the simple fact that it's a fucking bear. Like, it's a fucking bear. Like, what are you going to do when you see a bear? Like, you're going to respect the boundaries and, you know, not try to deal with it in a way that's going to get it to have control over you, right? You know, it's the strength. And I think that's what been my lesson was with her, you know, I guess with how she deals with men and controlling them, and me trying to be a man of my own as well, and having my dad not be in the household to kind of raise me to be the man needed to be the King of Pentacles, you know, out in the world and stuff like that. And mind you, also, that Amazon of Cups is the Knight of Cups, and that's usually like I wouldn't say, it's not the down low card, but, you know, it's men who are into the same sex as well. So, and it's not always the case, but readers can pick up on that. But again, in my situation, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. You know, it's like I'm in that Knight of Cups, moving into that King of Pentacles to continue working into what it was that I'm working on. At least for my foundation, this is what I'm working towards. Damn, we're an hour in. Ooh. Well, this is why I feel like this is like a good podcast and not really like trying to be like, every reader out here. Because again, I'm learning that my situation is different from most of the readings that I listen to anyway. So they don't even really resonate with me. I just, gain the information, and I pull my own cards to see if it correlates with, but like, it, way I read the cards is more so just like if I'm able to pick up on that energy or not. Like, if it's more so me trying to figure out my empathic abilities, because there's certain readers who I've watched live and picked up on energies, exactly. May not mean, I wouldn't say like I picked up on the energy, like, because, certain readers will start to cry and stuff like that. I was already crying in a live. I wasn't in the live, but watching a live reading, and she was picking up on those emotions as well, So it's like it's one of those things, you know. But strength. There's something about receipts, phone records, texts, records, photos, evidence, documents. Don't think it's true. Proof in the pudding. What did I just read? What's underneath? Nostalgia. There's some evidence. And underneath that strength card is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about, as I cross my arms, because like this always gets me. And this is literally what it is. As I sit here dumbfounded and not really paying attention, the Four of Cups is given. It's. I'm gonna break it down to you. He's sitting up against a tree, arms folded, staring off at three cups, I believe it is. And in the distance, literally like right, probably in his peripheral, there's a hand reached out from out of nowhere, giving him another cup. It's just like, here. And you're just like not even aware of that cup. That's what the Four Cups is. It's not being open to receiving something. Receiving, exactly, learning to receive her intuition, her feelings, to receive her feelings. Learn to receive how you're feeling. And again, when as I talk about the intuition of how she feels, what she knows, right? It's not all about just her emotions as well. It goes by what she also is like feeling. There's been times when I just have things touch me. Like, it's not even like I feel like a full on like a whole entity just grabbing me or anything, but it just be like, it'd be subtle things. And it's not like it's a way of trying to control me, but it's more so in a way of guiding me or giving me literally like a message. Specifically, I remember I was getting like this weird like feeling from my leg, literally from, yeah, my ankle, right? Actually, yeah, it's like my ankle, my foot area, like literally in that area. I was being pulled, not like yanked or anything, but it was just like the feeling was like it was tugging me. It was just like it was pulling at my foot. And this was also during the time of me trying to learn my history, because again I was getting guided to Moses, but then that's what led me to start finding out about Jacob and Esau. And that's when I learned about how Jacob was the twin of Esau, and he also came right after Esau. So essentially, Jacob was the one who stole Esau's birthright. And because he was the second born son, he came out literally at Esau's heel, grabbing him out the womb, because it's always been a competition with them from Jump Street. So that's how it was, and how I came about learning that. Because it was this little inkling that was guiding me. It was letting me know about something, and then find out that I learned that what Jacob's name is heel grabber. And I was more so probably Jacob himself, probably a guardian angel, reaching, grabbing at me, guiding me to that message. You know? They're here, they're talking, we're here, I'm acknowledging. It's now I'm putting myself out there. Gaining that strength. It's the receipts now. I guess that's why I'm backtracking. I don't know. You can't even see it. That's why I'm like, it's the receipts, right? The receipts, and under that is nostalgia. That's why I'm backtracking. And to see social media right under that, I'm telling you, like, to go on my social media for certain things, at least to pinpoint my journey in certain aspects. There's certain photos that I have archived too on my page. If you follow me at The Secret Black Sheep, it's literally yeah, I have two of them, but it's one spelled BLK, then it's another one spelled BLCK, but it's all one word. Follow me on IG. You know, it don't matter. I'd rather you prefer I prefer you to follow the opened account versus the locked account, because that one's really specifically, I have like a whole like mission behind that. But it's funny because like it has really everything to do with what I'm trying to learn over here with this brotherhood of this brotherhood of the light. I'm learning about brotherhoods and stuff like that, and I think that's another thing that's really kind of guiding me as far as like soul tribes and families. I think that, you know, if there isn't something like something out there for me, then it's most likely I have to create my own brotherhood, fraternity, foundation, safe haven, you know. But moving on. But this so yeah, whoever this person is, if you know, it may not be your mom, but they come off as a mother figure though. But it's funny thing about it, the personal boundaries is you probably respect their boundaries and they don't respect yours. And this is why this Two of Wands is here. It's just like a hammer. Again, it's about control over your manhood, literally. I have, what's playing right now? Don't Stop, Colors on the Wall by Fosters of the People. Alien, Hermit. That's literally soul searching, needing to do some soul searching, going within. Five of Swords is defeat. I think that's where you're at right now. And I think this is why ancestors are like telling you, it's like calling you in now. Or now it's reaching out to you. They've already called you in. It's just like now I'm like, because I'm doing tarot, and it's like now you understand. Yeah, it's just like, because it's just like if the Ten of Wands is the burden though, I should get into you were meant to shine, right? But this ten of Wands, right, looks like a ceremony. like a ritual, like an initiation, right? Or a rite of passage. Because you were meant to shine, Hermit. And again, it's like once you go within to get your sage to do that heart healing. Hermit, you go within and do that heart healing to be strong enough to defeat the dragon, to slay the dragon, even though you have your own dragon right here. But yeah. Justice. Ten of Pentacles. It was right there within that justice. Five of Wands, that fight. Five of Wands is the actual fight. Five of Swords is the defeat. Ten of Swords. Justice is here. Strength one more time. Come on now. And it's funny because you have two different numbers for strength. Because this is 8, and then I think this is 11. So I think 9 is IX, but I could be wrong. Now with these last two, I have the manga deck, and then I have my moon crystal, or my moon crystal tarot, right? And I wanted to use those together because, you know, the manga deck, it's literally manga, you know, comics, Japanese anime, right? Or Japanese comics. And then you have the Moon Crystal Tarot, which was anime itself, you know, Japanese cartoons. Oh, well, I'm not even finished. I forgot, I'm still doing the root chakra. The hammer and personal boundaries with this Queen of Cups and this Two of Wands. Because it's like the justice is here. You're meant to shine, so it's just like you have the heart chakra and then the root chakra. So it's your heart and root that really needs to be worked on. But the funny thing about it is, what are we really working on? We're trying to gain the justice in the root, the home, foundation, roots, home, survival, security, security. I am grounded. I am stable. The song playing right now is "Wanna Go Back" by Solange, Q-Tip, and Marsha Ambrosia. Right, and as I'm talking about this root chakra, foundation, home, justice, you were meant to shine, ritual type, right? Rite of passage. You want to go back. We're not far away. It's getting in contact with ancestors. You're learning about your background. Juneteenth was just again in honor and respect of the ancestors that fought for us. Five of Cups. It's that crying over spilled milk, but it's watching you. They're watching you crying over things that you think that you have no control over. But it's just like we're watching you, but we're trying to get in contact with you. We're trying to tell you things. Wake the fuck up. Nine of Swords in reverse. There's no need to stress. There's no need to worry. Six of Pentacles is literally that equal give and take. 10 of Swords is the ending of something. 7 of Wands is it's being defensive, and then the two of Pentacles is the juggle. But again, it's just like you don't even have to juggle. You're not even juggling when you can just breeze through it. it's you're kind of like, you know. Oh wow, Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. You're the one that's still. It's the work. It's the work. What are you working towards? Do you believe you are worthy? We're gonna read that soul truth. Did we read? We didn't, but we're going to. Not right now. That's probably how we'll end it off. The song playing now is On and On. Wait, the beat goes on. Shit, beat goes on by Madonna, featuring Kanye West, produced by Pharrell. Ten of Cups, family. This is wish fulfillment. This is the family. This is the family, like the husband, the wife, the child, the pets. Wherever y'all going, it don't even matter. Like this is the abundance. However, Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords is a page. The pages are students. The students, yeah. Well, the sword is the student. Student of swords, right? So if we're learning about the sword, communication, receipts, learning about information, intuition, receipts, trusting the past. Queen of Swords, wow. Queen of Swords is the Princess of Swords. Wait, I pulled, oh, yeah, four. Oh yeah, so the Four of Cups with that though, right? I was looking at that as the growing pains. Only because you see that this elk or whatever, he looks like he's in pain. And I think from what I was reading from the book, it was talking about how the husks are like growing, and it's like it's what's causing him that look. It's like if they're growing, and it's what's causing him to feel pain or something like that. And that's why I call it the growing pains. Because he's growing up, like that elk is growing, but because it's just a natural part of life, there's going to be some pain that comes with that as well, that you just won't have no control over. You know? So this is what the heart and that root chakra is there for, that you need to work on. Because those are the two places where you've gone. That's where you've been hit. And the root, you got to get grounded, especially if you're trying to manifest abundance. I won't even say money, but if you're trying to have any type of abundance. Oh wow, the Ten of Cups is here at the bottom of this deck. But again, I was shuffling because I didn't, I picked up that deck by accident. And you can't even see it, but it was over here. Because again, once I finish dropping these, there's going to be a bottom line message from this as well. So we're also trying to decipher something from here as well. And again, the word wants to be written, the divine discernment. It says, step back to find clarity. And that's why I've been trying to take my time on like doing this message. That's funny because now Good Form is playing by Nicki. I still feel like with that receipts and that page of swords, that Princess of Swords, there's a message there. And again, it's just like, again, this white light, this white light, it's something in the distance. So we're pulling from the manga deck. I like to call it the Emperor deck because this is what the Emperor looks like in this deck. I thought he was gonna show up, but yeah. That's funny. Five of Swords is in this deck because now you got two Five of Swords, right? This Five of Swords was about defeating the dragon. This Five of Swords is about setting boundaries to me, because you see, she got that sword down and she's putting it at their feet. She's letting you motherfuckers know, don't cross the line. I'm gonna cut your fucking toes off. But it's just like you setting your boundaries for your soul, I guess a soulmate connection. Queen of Swords. You see, she's breaking the sword. So maybe there's something that needs to be broken between you and a soulmate connection. And again, soulmate connections aren't always about really like actual like romantic relationships. They literally can be with your friends and your family. So like the soulmate can literally be your mom. And again, if we're talking about a family situation, then yeah, it's a karmic family that you thought was your family, but they were really designed to oppress you. Where was that? The ten of Wands was out there, and that's where this justice is here. And it's just like you are meant to shine. You know, you gotta kind of go within to realize that. And then once you gain that clarity of who you are, that's when you start to set boundaries on motherfuckers. And it's funny because when I did that, as I split the deck, that two of Cups was with the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia again. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about juggling, finances, family, friends, situations, or whatever. But in this deck, though, you see she don't even got the damn coins in her hand. They in the water. So it's more so like she's playing with her emotions. It's like whatever it is, it's like playing with your emotions. So it's just like, exactly. They are playing with your emotions. Whoever this Black Widow karmic family person is that you need to kind of put in a place and set boundaries. Set boundaries. They playing with your emotions. The sword is placed, but the Ace of Swords is about communicating the truth about what, you know, communicating the truth. Speaking your truth. Somebody told me, right? Yeah, somebody told me about the killers, right? They playing with your emotions, set the boundaries. Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about an equal give and take. Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold. Ace of Pentacles is about a new, it's a type of offering. Aces are about offerings, but the Pentacles could be about a job offering or a new, like something stable, but it has something to do with finances or abundance. And we have all Pentacles here. So again, you being left out in the cold, though, this is more so you're going out in the cold to pray. But it's two people out here praying. So it could be, oh wow, it's not even that. This is not you. In my hands, right? So because we were talking about the burdens and the root, right? Ten of Pentacles is the actual family, the whole family, the stability. This was just the wish fulfillment to have the family, and this is what they're trying to control. But this is what they actually have been doing, right? To stop the actual stability, to manifest it, the actual physicality for you to actually to have tangible evidence, receipts, right? So, Six of Pentacles is about an equal give and take. There's a woman out here pretending like she's helping you. Pretending she's helping you. Meanwhile, somebody or two people, they're praying. They're praying for your downfall. They're praying on your demise. They're praying on your finances. They don't want you to have nothing. They're trying to stop your business. This is what this is. This is you starting your own business. Even though the Page of Pentacles, actually the Page of Pentacles is literally trying to, it's actually having the LLCs and stuff like that. But this is the start of the business, you know. Like you're able to start it off. So this is what they're trying to block. They're trying to block you from manifesting, from producing any type of finances or family situation. Just keep that in mind. That's what this justice is here to let you know. I'm getting hot now. But it also could be these headphones that are around my neck. It's too many cards. And that's twice that 3 cards came out as I put the deck down, right? 3 of Wands, as I say, 3 cards fell out on top of this justice. So we're going to take them. 9 of Pentacles, Hanged Woman, and 4 of Wands. That's funny because now Can We Talk is playing by Tevin Campbell. But 9 of Pentacles, Hanged Woman, and the 4 of Wands is literally you shining. 9 of Pentacles is the independent. I don't need nobody. It's just me and my spirit guides, you know? That bird doesn't necessarily mean you actually got a pet, but I mean, you could actually, I'm trying to figure out how, there we go. That pet doesn't mean, I mean, that bird doesn't mean that you have a pet, but that also just could be your spirit guide, your spirit animal, or you could have, you know, animals, or you could be an animal whisperer, you know, you could be wanting to invest in bird keeping or something like that of the sorts. I don't know why that came out. But the grapes are there, so it's whatever that you're working on, it's very fruitful. Hang Woman, right, it's gaining a different, Hang Woman is gaining a different perspective of the situation. 4 of Wands. Now, 4 of Wands is supposedly the actual union. So it's so again, like so again, with this root and you were meant to shine, I guess with these ancestors, right? They've been trying to well, maybe my spiritual journey, right, has always been about the solo journey. It's literally the independent journey of self-discovery. Now, mind you, the Nine of Pentacles in traditional tarot is usually a woman, or the feminine there, right, with a red J, you know, in a basically in a area with trees and bushes and stuff like that, like in a land. It's like a land area. It's very like, it's a scenery, put it like that, you know. But some readers look at the Nine of Pentacles as like a, this is right before like royalty. Some people can look at this. I know one reader I watch, her name is Water Baby Tarot. She looks at the Nine of Pentacles as a pre-empress. And what we're looking, when we learn about empresses, they're all about receiving. They usually work. They're very skilled individuals, and they work from home. I wouldn't say from home, but it's a certain way they do business. Just the feminines do, not women, but feminines do business that are just opposite from what masculines do business. Because I always look at, like, when a masculine is all about taking the action, asserting themselves, you know, and the feminine is all about, again, receiving, and, you know, and yeah, just receiving and, I guess, learning. I don't think that's learning. I think she's more of a teacher, if anything. But this right here is just like, it's preparing you. Like, you're literally like, you're here, but it's just like, you don't think you are. It's like, it's really time to take a different perspective on this union, on how you're about to get into union as well, or what union is to you. Because this Four of Wands is a single woman. So, or a single, is someone, a single individual. But then again, that's funny, because there's a single individual here, but then it's a single individual here. Maybe somebody knows more than what they are given. It's funny because Kanye West and Lil Pump is playing. I love it. That's funny. Oh, but yeah, the roots. Okay. All right. Yeah. Damn. Because I was just guessing off of that. Well, Three of Wands. Oh yeah, because it's the waiting. It's the waiting for something, but it's like taking a different perspective, right? Having a different perspective before you kind of take action, take stock into making a judgment call. Oh wow, enlightenment, or Sun card. So you got Four of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Judgment, and then the Sun with Eight of Swords. So it's like really kind to analyze the entire situation. But you've done all that, though. You tried. Eight of Wands. It's like you've communicated with her, and she's been so defensive about it. Like, I remember even about asking certain things. It's just like, nope. Especially when it came down to that house. I've asked her about that house. Even tried to negotiate a rent to own, and it's just like, nope. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, it's just the way she made it seem, like the way she gave my dad hell having me. not having me, but just like trying to keep me. Like the way she described how me and her relationship was going to be to him, like as if we were going to have like this perfect mother-son relationship, and he was just going to be left out, just excluded from us. It was weird. Like it was a lot going on, and I honestly felt like, again, with that control, you know, nine of wands is that wounded warrior. But again, like I said, she was more so working in her masculine energy. So when she's out here controlling these men, she's literally like, it's like, you think that just because you got a dick, you got control over me, homeboy. There's 3 men here. Who's really working who? And I'm not saying that like, you know, she got around or anything, but it's just like, you know, she had options maybe. And I think that my dad was probably not an option. She wanted, and then, you know, end up getting pregnant. So it's just like, well, I got pregnant by this one, so it is what it is. Because I honestly felt like when she had me, because the story is that he wasn't there at my delivery. And I'm like, well, how did he not be there? But according to him, she never told him. And the way she made it seem like he wasn't interested. But she didn't want him there because there was somebody else that she wanted there to actually be my dad. How about that? For him to be my dad, because clearly I don't look like that man. But you know, 10 of Swords, it's about endings, right? It's usually about being backstabbed or betrayed, right? But in this 10 of Swords, right? This 10 of Swords, it's a woman here who can't even face the things that she maybe have caused to herself to sabotage and manipulate. But then you be so into deep, because Queen of Cups there is the Queen of Cups, so she rules the emotions. So, and then the Sword's all about communication, right? It's all about the mind, that thinking. How are you letting your emotions or your thoughts control your emotions, or how are you letting your emotions control your thoughts? Also, Justice here, literally, head over heart decisions. It's what you're learning as well, but she has to learn as well. And again, Father God, or Father Sky, or what I look at as the God card, aside from, you know, Judgment, or Judgment, and maybe, well, Temperance would be the actual Temperance, so that would be the angel. But it's just like, it's the control aspect. You're controlling, thinking that you're trying to I don't know. I think it's like you're trying to control. You think you're trying to prove a point, play God. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like there's only one God, and He's watching over everything, and He's, whether or not I actually have proof of anything that I'm saying or not, like everything is being watched by God. You know, nothing. What is the saying? What's done in the dark will always come to light. The High Priestess is here again in this deck, but actually it's not even the High Priestess. This is the Priestess, but the number is 5, which is the Hierophant. You know, and in this one, she's in the water, which means she's really getting her feet wet with her intuition, with her emotions. She's really communicating with the moon, with her emotions. 6 of Swords is moving on to calmer waters. You see, she's already in the water, so it's just like somebody, and it's funny because they're moving towards her. Princess of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nostalgia, Four of Cups. The song playing right now is Tic Tac Toe by Meek Mills. The Tower. High Priestess, wow. I think I might be done. Is we still recording? Okay, 1:39. So we have the Tower. We have the Tower here. I also have an unboxing for these cards that I need to post up. I don't have no audio to it. I was probably just going to talk through it. But Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. That's funny. There's a man there with the child being left out in the cold. Hold the fuck up. Let me find out. Let me find the fuck out. Yo. No. Because I'm thinking that maybe, because I was thinking that maybe this man here with the baby was another child that she got on the side that you don't even know about. And it's out there, and that's probably why they weren't around. You probably got a twin, bro. You don't even know. It runs in my family too, but that could be a scenario. There's a Black Widow here and a karmic family and friends. So Magician here with this justice. It's about manifesting. It's about creating. It's about standing in your power. Creating with the universe. Six of Swords again. Moving on to calmer waters. Ace of Pentacles. To a brand new beginning. Everlong by Foo Fighters is playing now. And I'm getting tired. Wow. High Priestess, High Priestess, High Priestess. Mars, right? So if we're looking at the High Priestess from the Moon Crystal deck, because this is right. You see her, right, with number 2, that's Mars, Sailor Mars. But she was like an actual, that's funny, wow, because she actually was in it, because she has the uniform as well, which is pretty dope. So she was actual priestess, warding off demons and stuff like that with her grandfather. How about that? Working in a shrine, taking up after her father's work, her grandfather's work, right? And like, I've been trying to figure out just like, again, like about my grandfathers and what they've gotten into to pass on. Cause you know they don't really like when you read about family dynamics, it's always the grandfather who really works his ass off to really have that family, right? For the mother, it's not even for him. It's to have that family to support for the woman that he loves, right? So she has this family that is being provided to her, and she has these children, and the children are raised and they're being taken care of from her for the most part. Well, dad is basically just the breadwinner. Eventually, because the dad isn't really present in the children's lives, what he has worked towards has been at least good enough to support the grandchildren, right? So my lack of presence in your life will make it up for with the abundance, or with the abundance. Not, again, not money, just like generational wealth for the rest of the family. So therefore, you don't have to work as hard as I had to be actually there in your child's life. But for some reason, I don't know, we haven't gotten to any of that. And you would think that, because I come from a very religious background, right, that at least one of those children's would inherit the church, right? And no, they didn't, because it was my grandma's choice to sell it during the pandemic. She felt as though, it wasn't getting enough support, so she decides to sell it off to some people or whatever. But my mission was to go down there to try to save that church, but because I wasn't standing in my power, I failed that mission, and in that process I ended up losing my uncle as well. So it's just like, you really, 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 really got to be mindful about the mission, guys, because it's not always about you. It's really about the collective as well. And and I'm not even saying like it's my fault, because he was already like in the hospital, and I just feel like it was a coincidence. And it's only because, like, when I went down there, it just was like, I don't know. It was just a lesson there as well. But again, I tried to get to church, and I didn't, because I thought that because I was on the spiritual journey, that maybe that I was supposed to be the one called to the church, and maybe I thought I'd be the one to at least do the church differently than what my grandparents were doing it. Clearly, because I'm doing, tarot and stuff like that. But, but in that time of me being down there, and I'm learning still, like reading tarot and stuff like that, and I haven't really shown my grandparents anything because of their religious backgrounds, and they're elderly, so they need assistance. And if I'm going to be around, it's important that they know that I get into this before I'm going to be down there to take care of them. Because again, I'm trying to do a business with this. Not trying to make money, but like, it's a spiritual business. So like, my work is no different from the work that they do in the churches to bring the people in, to give them the messages, to help them in their journey to a spiritual awakening. That's it. But my work is more so personal, one-on-ones, counseling, like, let's talk this out type situations, on what my mission is as far as when I do tarot. It's not just a spiritual thing, it's a psychological thing as well. Like, we just need people to talk to, vent to, but we also maybe need help along the way. And some people are able to do that, whether they need a piece of paper to qualify them for it or not, as well. I know that's probably going to bother people with that angle. Sunset Driver is playing now in my headphones by Michael Jackson. But again, it's just High Priestess, Mars. If I'm looking at my birth chart, I have Mars, Cancer. Cancer is in Mars for me. And I'll sometimes, if you look at the moon, that's a representation of Cancer, the crab. Certain decks that I have, they show Cancer. Some people say Pisces. I just look at it's just water and intuition. I really don't try to focus on zodiac signs too much, because again, like, that's really astrology, honestly, and I'm not informed on astrology at all. Just, my zodiac signs. I know about the characteristics of, Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses, you know, and all the other signs, but that's about it. I don't know about transits and aspects and, stuff like that. I do have an astrology book. I had an astrology book. It's in here somewhere, but yeah. But yeah. Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. Divine discernment. So again, where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Really take heed to that message, because it says receive, and then, or it just says receiving, and then she feels, she knows. That's literally like a command. Now, I know I'm not the one to tell you what to do, but if you feel like you are receiving a message, right? If you feel like this is resonating with you, take heed to the message. Take heed to these messages, because the light is reflecting. I was not trying to have this light on, and I was trying to have my little flash on, but my battery got too hot. Receiving. So sit still, receive, and then once you feel what you know, then you move. But just, even though you aren't able to communicate with your ancestors the way that they need you to, be grateful that they are here watching you, protecting you, guiding you in every way, shape, or form, even though it's a struggle for them to do that, because we're not really working in our hearts and our roots. We need to ground ourselves more, balance our chakras, align ourselves, be more focused, get intuitive, right? So the bottom line message, right? Because we got High Priestess here. Strength. All right, because I'm just like, I'm not about to. Receipts. Oh, wow. I think I know exactly what this is. Ace of Wands. Exactly. So, Page of Wands, Princess of Swords, I'm sorry. Princess of Swords, again, it's that page. So there's a spy here, right? Golden Diamonds by Abra is playing. And it's funny because Abra is a musician who I am connected with emotionally as far as musically, right? She's like, I'm the type of person, but like, I'm not a fan of music. I'm not a fan of the artist. I'm a fan of music, but she is one of the exceptions to an artist that I'm a fan of. So, but again, her name is Abra, which is a reference to a psychic Pokemon. So it's just like intuition, psychic abilities. It's just a reference to strength, gaining that strength to tap into your emotions, to really unlock your abilities. It's something about the moon, your intuition, gaining strength. It's also, it's being It's challenging yourself. It's doing something that you've never thought that you could do. And again, it's a Princess of Swords. So she's being, it's usually, that's a spy. So you may have to do some snooping. But again, the High Priestess though, this priestess, again, if the priestess here, if the priestess is here, right, as the Hierophant, because again, there's an actual book in the water, so you may have to do some deep reading. It's this spy, it's this something in the distance, it's the, oh, you could be astral projecting. You could be learning a new ability. But it's receipts though. I don't know, you have something that they have something, they have receipts. Because the way I got that set, the way this is sitting is literally on top of that Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, controlling energy. She has receipts to something. Maybe the next time you have to be sneaky. It's going in there and trusting your intuition. And protect yourself. She may be putting curses on you. Shit. The reason why I say that, because there's two High Priestesses here, right? Oh, wow. As I say that, I picked that up. As I say that, four swords is it you think it's rest, but she putting spells on you, bro, to put you to sleep, or at least have you juggling. Princess of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, illusions, options, hidden beneath the veil. What's in those waters? What's in those books? Seems like you have to. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, all right, just a little side note, right? So remember WandaVision and how Agatha had a book, right? And we learned the story of how Wanda got her powers and how Agatha had to go where Agatha had to go through to get hers, or to at least how she ended up enhancing hers, right? So Agatha actually comes from a coven of witches, while Wanda is just on her own. The song is playing right now is Oblivion by Grimes. And that's a perfect song because, again, if you watch WandaVision and how that whole thing was set up, it was just like uncontrollable. You learned about what is that probability spells and stuff like that. You know, she was doing things that was not in the books, right? So she's been learning how to do her magic just solo dolo on her own. No coven, no nothing. So this with Agatha comes in, and that's when she's trying to learn and figure out how the fuck are you doing this, and nobody's teaching you. And I think this is the same scenario in some way, shape, or form. But the difference is you are learning that you are a type of spiritual, like individual healer or whatever. You know, you're into that esoteric stuff, but you're trying to go by the books now, while this one is doing black magic, trying to take you out in that way. While you're trying to play by the books and be a spiritual leader, heal crystals and sage and stuff like that, they're over here trying to cast spells and plot on your demise and wish you were dead. Just keep that in mind. Again, I don't know if I'm actually talking to a specific group of people or if message was directly towards fucking me, but this message is out here. And yeah, sage up, pray up, protect yourselves. Y'all have a great day. Hey, what's going on, guys? Just, I guess, another message connected with what I was talking about last night. So remember how I was talking about how there's two high priestesses here, right? Apparently, right, you may be a reader yourself. I don't know if you're actually like public or slowly getting there, but apparently you may have some receipts, right, on certain cards that you pulled. Maybe you should look back on those. It could be something that you actually posted, but there's a message within one of your readings about what is going on in your situation as well. That can at least help you gain the strength to kind of speak your truth to what's going on. As well, I know I was talking about the bottom of the decks and how I wasn't using them with the other oracles, but I was talking about at least the word wants to be written in divine discernment from the dream journeys and the sacred rebels. And also with the power animal, it's still discernment. So you have divine discernment, step back to find clarity, and then you have links, discernment, and it says look beyond immediate appearances. And again, the word wants to be written. So it's something that you need to use your discernment on and divine discernment. So it's just like, this is really trying to get you to sit back and gain clarity on what it is that you're feeling on those messages that you're getting, including the one that you're listening to from this video as well. So take from this whatever you're feeling. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. Do not doubt yourself at all. Do not doubt yourself at all, especially with this magic hold under and then self-doubt. This is right before social media. So just like, don't doubt whatever it is that you're feeling. Addictions is right under there too. So it could be something to do with an addiction to something. But feel it, believe it, trust it. But yeah. And I also feel like because you've been kind of doing that as well, it's been protecting you as far as whatever this person has been trying to conjure up with those curses I was telling you about. Because this Page of Swords is a spy, and the Queen of Swords is right under there. So again, somebody's working for her. She's got somebody spying on you. And then whatever they see, they report back to her, and then she uses that against you as well. So be mindful of what you're putting out there on social media as well. The Tower here too. I didn't mention this probably at all in the reading, but the Tower moment is literally like, you know, it can be an aha moment, but it also can be like that life-changing experience. It's not like a near-death experience. Well, I mean, it could be because it's a tower, so it could be essentially a near-death experience. Which again, which would also mean with the curses, right? That's that tower moment, like something just unexpectedly happened, and it's bringing an abrupt shift in your life. And that's where this whole get your sage and heart chakra coming in. You have to probably go in and do some healing on whatever it is that kind of disrupted your chakras, or got you blocked, or threw you off. I will say that too, right? If you are having someone do black magic, well, there's the proof right there. I mean, clearly somebody's doing black magic on you. So I would recommend, you know, start collecting stones and really buying sages and shit now that you are noting that someone is out here trying to control you in the spiritual realm, or spiritually. They're trying to control you by using black magic and shit like that. Also, too, with this divine discernment and discernment here, anybody watching this video, right? So the thing about me is, like, I have people who intentionally try to do shit, but what they don't know is because I'm in a spiritual ascension with God, right? There are certain things that I'm not going to do to get out of my character to retaliate on whatever kind of fuck shit y'all doing. So I just pray and I leave it up to God, and God does what He feels as though is right for whoever it is that's doing some shit. And from what I've seen so far with the people that fuck with me, death has been a result. Not physical, not with them, but somebody that they were close to has passed on. So if you want to play with black magic, with people's names and careers and finances and stuff like that, be mindful of who you're doing that shit on, because you never know who exactly what you're bringing into in your situation. Because you're sitting here, you're trying to stop somebody, and you're trying to conjure up spirits and deities and entities to do harm to another person. But you don't realize that, yeah, they may agree to certain shit with you, but behind the scenes, because you don't know who the fuck you really are talking to and associated with, they could be doing other fuck shit with the people in your family or closest to you. Remember, or just be mindful of the things that you associate yourself with, because if it doesn't speak to your soul, there's always going to be some type of catch. You're literally selling yourself to the devil when you do black magic, because there's always going to be a price to pay when you do shit like that. At least when you want something from God, it's not like He's trying to get you to sacrifice shit anymore. And that's not, well, He never really wanted people to sacrifice. But, well, I'm lying. He did try to get somebody to kill somebody, but that was a test. But, you know, again, where's your loyalty lie, right? Are you more into the world or of it? But yeah. If you don't feel like if you've been feeling like you haven't been connecting with your family, God is here. Develop that relationship with Him. Be grateful, you know, that whatever has happened in your life so far could be a lot worse, you know. So at least appreciate that you've gotten enough strength to survive what it is that you've been put through so far. You know, it's been hell. You've been in hell of high water most likely during this journey. But again, that Six of Swords and that Ace of Pentacles, it's well worth it. Whatever you're moving towards, even if it means starting all over, because again, it's the Ace of Pentacles. So even if that means having a brand new beginning at life, you know, whatever it takes, I know I will make it through. Just again, because again, the word is written. It wants to be written. Just use your discernments. Look beyond immediate appearances. Look beyond the veil of labels as well, because not everybody is your family and your friend, including your biological mother and father, you know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add to that. But make sure y'all pray, communicate with God and the ancestors as well. They're there. Communicate. You are worthy. Just be grateful that they're still protecting you and watching over you. You know, even if you haven't been, at least appropriately. But they're here. They don't hate you. They love you. They still watching over you. They know that you're human, and that they see what you're going through clearly. So it's just like, you know, they're here. They are your spiritual supporters. You know, your literal, like, your guides. These are your guides. You literally contacting you, and me as well. I'm not going to just exclude myself in this. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope y'all have a great day. Bye bye.